Well, right now I'm walking in the most livable country in the world, Denmark, and this is the Copenhagen. But the reason I'm here is this, the new Mercedes CLA Electric. Yes, this is the 350 plus. There's also a 250. There's a lot to talk about this because what comes outside and what comes inside has completely changed. Let's start with the design. This CLA looks totally different with these 3 character lines on the bonnet and these LED lights again through a new pattern. Well, there is hidden radiators inside which actually open the flap to get the air and cool the system inside. Now there's also a frunk inside, flush door handles, new alloys, all looks very cool. And if you look behind, there's a clear badging of 4MATIC 350. There's also a 250. Comes with a 85 kilowatt of battery which gives you a 790 kilometer of WLTP range, which is huge. And normally CLA's back seats are nothing to boast about, but this one you'll be surprised because the leg room is pretty decent. You get a fixed glass panel on the top. It's not a panoramic sunroof, but it gives you a sense of more space, very decent headroom, and it's a very luxurious cabin. There's no bump here, so basically a third passenger can also squeeze in, and the other creature comforts with the 2 USB ports and the AC vents, turbine, and the finish quality is very premium. You know, it feels like that you are sitting in a very luxurious car. From the front, in fact, there's no reason to buy an E-Class from the driver and the co-passenger seats because you got everything that an E-Class has. From the rear seats, of course, E-Class has much better leg room and it's more luxurious, got more creature comforts. There's also 2 gears right there at the rear wheel, which actually changes the driving dynamics a bit. It gives you a sense of driving a little more faster car, gives you a feeling that you're actually driving an nice car. This is something that you've not seen in a Mercedes because you get this large screen panel. This is the new MB.OS 2 because the normal MB.OS has completely changed, and you know, it is a very clean interface. There's also a screen which comes for the co-passenger, that's optional. This one doesn't have the screen, but you also get a screen here where you can play games, you can watch a movie, and it's done in such a way that when the driver is going to drive and if he lands up watching this for more than a certain time, it locks itself. So this can be paired to the person sitting in front and they can get their headphones connected, so this is cool. There's no privacy screen, so they expect the driver to exercise their utmost sincerity and control, which I think can be taken because we have a habit of looking there and talking, and that is going to be distracting. There's another thing which is very interesting in this, that apart from all the apps, the maps, inbuilt maps, is actually getting drawn from Google Map now, which basically means that it gets live feed, so you get the interface and it gets the traffic distractions and you get the timeline which will actually get in Google Map, and it's been customized with the Mercedes app.
I'm listening.
Now that's another problem. The moment I say this word,
Pardon, can you say?
it will start, and when you touch this you can talk to it and ask any questions. What's the capital of Denmark?
The capital of Denmark is Copenhagen. The distance between India and Copenhagen varies depending on the specific locations, but it is approximately 6,000 kilometers by air.
So basically today is an AI world. It's actually back-end connected with the ChatGPTs of the world, and you can do this quiz with your kids, with your friends, and you can talk if you're tired of music. Another thing is it gets a meeting app, so you can do a live meeting. There's also cameras here to take some selfies and pictures, and it can also work to open the screen. It will sense that the driver is sitting inside. So all in all, the tech in the new Mercedes is fully loaded. You also get a screen right here. There's a 14-inch screen on both sides, and you get a screen right here. So the Google Map, which I was talking earlier, I'm not a big fan of it, the Mercedes ecosystem map, because we're used to a certain way of the way a Google Map or Apple Map works. It will take some time, but the one reason why we never use the inbuilt maps of any cars is that it doesn't give you live feeds. This is what they're answering. These things can be changed. You get an option of a wooden panel, you get an option of various trims available, and overall if you see, they have also cut corners, because if you see this plastic here, it's not very premium, but the moment you see the screen in the front, your eyes will not even go there. But if you go deep down, this is something which could have been more luxurious. Overall, the look and feel is very premium. Even these AC turbines are very, very, futuristic and cockpit types. More when we drive. So this is how it feels to drive the CLA. You get a very big screen interface. Everything is very easy. Like for example, I see a map here with one touch, and the screen. This is the map that I was talking about. This is the Mercedes map. It gives you options in in this blue line, and sometimes it gets confusing, but overall it's very good. You also have this AI function which can be very useful once in a while to have fun while driving if you don't want to listen to music. For example, a Mercedes,
Yes.
is there a good restaurant close by?
I can help with that. Do you have any preferred cuisines?
Oh, it's okay. So you see, this is what I was talking about. Now, things like this, which requires thinking, so now this car can do. Now, I'm not going to talk about handling because Mercedes are known for very good handling, and this is an electric car, so the performance is instant. This is the 350 version. It gives you 551 minimum of torque and about 339 or something bhp. There's a 250 version which gives you 268 bhp plus 330. There's only a power difference in both the versions. You get the wind noise inside. Yes, that's something that not cut off. There's a road noise, you cannot do anything about it, which will come in every EV, and I feel the same. Though I was told that this has been taken care of. The insulation is of good quality, but still you will feel that. So the moment you change the driving mode, now I go to sport now. At the moment I give some gas, there is this synthetic speaker which will come on your sound, and you can feel that you are accelerating, which is not a wrong thing, because you need to have some sound. Otherwise, too much silence is not a great idea. Now, if you can see here, it exactly tells you what is going on your right. So you know that there's a truck going on your right. Now this is something which is very cool, because even on a blind spot view, you know that you're passing by a truck right now, and then a car just went by. It's the same equal interface what you get in the Teslas of the world. So this is pretty much updated, and this is a new MB.OS, which was long due because we have been using the MBUX for a long time, and this has these tiny little quirks which helps you do things in a very fast interface. And while you're driving, you have everything on your disposal, and steering and the controls have not changed, and that's what the CLA is all about. I would like to know, what do you think it is missing, or you think there should have been something which was the need of the hour? The Chinese are doing some excellent work in the EV world. Do you think the Mercedes are doing a catch-up game with them? Would love to know your thoughts. Well, this definitely is going to be on the wish list of a lot of people, because for a Mercedes fan, the CLA is an entry point, and surely they won't be disappointed when they have a look at the car when it comes end of the year in India. Until then, you take care, drive hard, but always keep your seatbelt fastened and the rear seat as well. If you like this video, you know the drill. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.